Hello and welcome. Hi, guys.
I love Restaurant Punk. This is great.
Hi, Noelle. Hello, brother.
Hello.
Hey, brother.
Restaurant. Sorry.
Well,
Jeez, Pete.
I was just going to say what's on the agenda for today. Does anybody have any chips on their shoulder that they want to, talk about?
No chips on my shoulder, just a bit of an eye twitch.
You do have a little eye twitch.
I do have
What's
a little
that
eye
from?
twitch. Stress.
Why? What's going on in your life right now?
How much time do we have in this episode?
I think
we
maybe
have a lot of going on between, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 new places by May.
Yeah, let's break it down. Cara Restaurant Group. We are looking at opening.
we got Petunia and
Prohibition Creamery.
Prohibition Creamery.
What's Petunia?
So Petunia right now we're still in the toss up between a high-end pasta joint, I guess. We're trying to make it special, but not seeing something that this town needs, or potentially an Asian fusion restaurant. We're not sure yet. We're still working on it.
We're still working.
It's still
on
up
it.
in the air.
Okay.
And then Prohibition Creamery.
Where we're going to do wild milkshakes.
Wild milkshakes.
We're going to do
When you say
fun
wild,
tacos.
what do you mean by how wild are we getting here?
I'm talking like stacks. I'm talking like you're getting a piece of cake. You're getting, we're going to do like a tiramisu. We're going to shove some lady fingers in there, if you know what I mean. And yeah, we're going to go buck wild.
It's got very sexual very quick.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, though. It's going to be fun. I feel like the town needs something.
Yeah, it's just different. I mean, everywhere where you go here, it's either you go to your, Springer's where they have their classic scooped ice cream. Now they make their ice cream, so there's a big deal there.
Yeah.
But then you have other places that just do like your typical soft serve in your waffle cone, and there's no flair to it, And so we're just trying to bring a little. Where's Georgie Jazz Hands when you need them? Bring a little jazz hands to the creamery.
Did you say flair?
Flair.
As in TGI Fridays flair with the suspenders and the pins? Like,
No.
Are you going to start flipping bottles?
Aesthetically, that is not what we're going for.
No,
I'm
I don't
talking
know.
flair on like the product as opposed to the
And the experience.
brand.
Okay.
I think
All right.
coming in and not scooping ice cream with a smile and a big cup, and here's your sundae, instead of making the ice cream in front of everybody.
I'm sorry,
rolling
how
the
many
ice cream.
places do you go in this town that they're smiling when they're scooping ice cream?
That's
when you
true.
say
Let's be
th-
realistic.
Now, when you say this town, which town are we speaking of?
Excuse me. I'm just going to broaden it to Cape May County.
Cape May County in New Jersey. Yes?
Yes.
Representing.
Just for anybody listening or watching, just so they know when we say this town, which town we're talking
Yeah, that's
about.
fair.
Because a lot of people come to this town from the city, whether it's, I would say, New York, Philly, or even Washington, D.C., come and visit in the summer. So
Yeah.
this town, off season, not too many people are familiar with what it's
Fair
like. So we're just spitting that out there. But between Petunia, between Prohibition Creamery, and what else do we have on the plate?
2 new concepts going into one of our shore towns here called Stone Harbor, taking over one of the, I don't want to call it a historic, but like a very well-known restaurant that we're transforming into 2 different spots, which is women-owned.
Women-owned.
Women-owned, baby.
That's right.
We're-
Woman power. That's right.
Yeah, the women power in this
I have
group.
learned my lesson now over the years. I love the guys, but there was a point, Pete, where I looked at you, me, and Nico, and I said, guys, listen, we need a woman. And I don't know if it was you. I'm going to say it was Nico that said, for what? And I said,
We
well,
tried it once, twice.
Yes.
It didn't work out the way we expected the first time.
Well, it takes a certain type of woman to
Yes.
live with 3 men as a roommate. Have you ever lived with 3 men? And can you imagine living with 3 guys? Personally, I'm a slob. I'm a slob and I don't pick up after myself.
Yeah, I've only ever lived with 1 male roommate, and he is very opposite of a slob, very meticulous in how he likes things. And it was the best roommate I've ever had. And I found him where? On
Craigslist.
Craigslist.
So would you rather live with yourself and 3 other women as roommates, or yourself and 3 other men as roommates?
I've personally found
I'm gonna make your life a
harder.
lot easier. So my topic is: would you rather work a Saturday night shift in a 60-seat restaurant that needs 4 servers, right?
Right.
15 seats per server. Would you rather work with 3 women or 3 men in the front of the
3
house?
women.
Front of the house.
Front of house, 3 women.
Really? Interesting. See, I think I would go the opposite.
You'd rather work with 3 guys?
Yeah.
Are you out of your mind? Really?
Why?
Serving in the front of the house?
Serving.
Shit. No way.
I don't know. Look, I'm a kitchen guy. From my experience seeing front of the house workers in Philadelphia, just my time working in Philadelphia and the restaurants that I worked, I always found the guy servers at those places that I've worked have been strong.
Hey, just keep your eyes on me because Noelle's giving you a dirty look right now. Don't even look her way.
I'm not going to turn her away for the rest of the viewing, the rest of the filming.
Viewing. That's accurate. The rest of the viewing.
Viewing's later.
Funeral will be held at
Yes.
7 p.m.
I'm actually surprised, Pete.
I feel like I'm more, I could be more myself in front of all guys.
Absolutely.
And
That's the problem.
I feel like it's a comfort level for me for executing the rest of the night. Table service, just working, my communication skills, just talking
I feel like
to
you
other
blend
guys.
in real well with women, though, Pete.
Yeah.
I
You really do. Like out of
It's-
everybody, I feel like you can.
But it's a personal comfort thing to me. That's what it comes down to.
Okay.
It's how I can be around them. It's a very biased opinion just for me specifically.
Get
I
'em,
couldn't do
ladies.
all women.
Get them. Comment below on everything you disagree about it.
I think there's a certain type of woman that would prefer to work with all men. Going back to my initial example of would you rather live with 3 guys? Because there's the certain type of woman that will say women are bitches. And I don't want to be there because you know what? At least with the guys, there's no drama. They might be slobs. It might smell around here.
And that's why that's where I was conflicted with that question, because I feel like the drama, the lack of drama with living with men, because I mean, hormones are flying. We're all cycling together. You have your makeup products everywhere. Who use my expensive shampoo and conditioner? Like living with women, I had one female roommate and it drove me nuts. And then I got Nathan, who grade A roommate again off Craigslist, and he's been the best roommate that I've ever had.
Oh, what?
I found Nathan on Craigslist.
So you were searching for a roommate on Craigslist?
I searched for a roommate everywhere else but Craigslist. And then when it came down to a time crunch, I put up an ad on Craigslist and he answered me, and it just, I could be dead right now. I did leave little notes everywhere that said, if I'm dead, Nathan did it, which I've removed all of the notes, Nathan. I promise you that. Now I've switched it over to Pete.
Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's fascinating, by the way. Because I feel like every woman knows, don't go hunting for, anybody on Craigslist because it's just bad news. and
Yeah.
You just happen to hit the
I've
jackpot.
just struck out, or like I've lucked out with Craigslist, like from finding a roommate, and then even Nathan found our house in Linwood on Craigslist for like $1,300 for a 3-bedroom, huge backyard, driveway allows dogs. Where are you going to find that in South Jersey? Nowhere. I don't know. I have really good luck with Craigslist. Besides the point, we have 2 brand new restaurants going in Stone Harbor with female owners. Very excited.
So we have 2 new restaurants going into Stone Harbor, New Jersey, and we have 2 new places opening in Cape May Courthouse, New Jersey, which is Petunia, Prohibition. We're working on names, right?
I think right
Stone
now we're
Harbor?
at room 17 for the
15.
room 15 for the one location.
Room 15.
And the other location, we have like 7 names up in the air right now. And
Rubia seems to be the front runner, but I don't like Rubia.
So on the way out, Blush was a recommendation.
Again, I think of a strip club. I don't know what it is. I'm stuck with Rubia. To me is a stripper that I met in Toronto. So Toronto is known for its strip clubs, by the way, or dance halls. Whatever. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Next
So-
vacation.
And the legal age is 19. Yes. So at 19 years old, I moved up there on my 19th. It wasn't an accident. And, the first strip club that I went to up there, they have a photo album at the front. So you go through the photo album and pick which woman you want. And the woman that I picked was
service.
Yes. Oh yeah. It was first class. And I believe her name was Rubia. So calling one of our restaurants Rubia, it's tough for me. You know, great.
Was it a bad lap dance? Or?
No, it was fantastic. It was great. But
I think realistically for Debbie, who is going to be taking over that location, she is looking for something more feminine as far as the name and the identity of the place. And so I think that's why, you know, like, because Rubia, it means blonde or something.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she wants to stick to that blonde, gold naming.
Do we think the name is a deal breaker when it comes to an establishment, a bar, a restaurant? Do we think there's, I guess the question is, do we think it's a make or break point?
I wouldn't say it's a make or break point, but it is a topic of conversation. If you have an interesting name or something that catches somebody's attention in a way that they want to tell the next person they see, like I just drove by this restaurant. It's called Fanny Packs. I don't know. It's called whatever. It's just something ridiculous. Like if you named a place like that.
Did you just say Fanny Packs?
I did say Fanny Packs because I don't know. It's the first thing that came to mind.
So let's take one of the best restaurants in the world or in the United States. Let's just pick one. Let's say
Momofuku? I don't know. The name just popped out.
Yes. Let's say, so the owner of Momofuku.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right?
Momofuku.
Right?
David Chang, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So let's say instead of calling it Momofuku, right? He called it's David Chang is his name,
Yeah,
right?
I believe so, yeah.
Let's say if he called it Chang's instead of Momofuku.
Yeah.
Well,
would it still be what it
PF
is?
Chang's.
Well, no, because it's basically the name. Like he wanted something. I saw an interview with him and he basically said, what's the craziest name I can come up with for my restaurant? And he's like, somebody just brought out Momofuku. And he's like, that's perfect. Let's go with that. But it's a conversation piece.
It's absolutely
a conversation.
Yeah, and it all comes down to like how you brand it as well. Because you were talking like it needs an identity, it needs a brand, and I feel like that's something that's so wacky and out there that you can play with.
Yeah,
and I can see how Rubia kind of is just like a Rubia period. Like, how do you play with that? How do you build off of that? How do you identify or like make an image out of it?
I feel like some people in the group like the name and some people don't. So is there a conversation to be had? Yeah, because we've been talking about it for 2 weeks. So does that mean we leave the name Rubia? Because now I'm starting to lean back towards, okay, maybe we just leave the name Rubia and let somebody run with it. And I think we're getting better at letting people express themselves and do some of the things that they want. I know I have, because there's a lot of things that I don't agree with.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, just shut up, leave them alone. Don't be the guy. Just
don't be that guy.
Just take a couple steps back, turn around, and just let them be them, and just let them go, let them run, and let them be creative.
Well, speaking of that, the next 2 restaurants that are opening up are going to be in Atlantic City, and they just came up with names today. Potential names, right?
Potential names. Now, the papers have not been signed yet.
Not yet. Very true.
But very, very close. We're almost done. We don't want to jinx it, but we are. Right?
And then that's going to be the farthest north that we've ever reached.
From where we are, we're looking at opening, it would be Mercantile Taco, and then the bar upstairs.
Which would be a tequila bar? Or is that...
Was it a tequila bar?
Well, I don't know. I think that was the original
bar.
Yeah, because I mean, originally we wanted to do tacos and tequila. Like that was the image that I think Dan and Leah had for it. But now splitting the two
into
up
separate,
into 2 different entities, you know.
Do we like the name The Bar?
I like the name The Bar.
Do we like La Bar?
That's what I said at the...
And
I said that
You
at
said
the
that?
table.
She
I
did
said
say
La
that.
Bar. Air 5.
Oh. Sorry, Pete.
she did say
Great
the
minds
bar.
think alike.
I don't even want to say my name. So I'm just going to go with La Bar.
So are we in agreement, let's say for anybody listening or watching, are we in agreement that, because I'm thinking about it now, I'm like, is the name a deal breaker? I'm going to say no, but in the same breath, I'm going to say there are about 10 other things, details that are orientated with the name. In other words, the
Design.
facade. A little like the design. I'm going to say there are 10 different pieces that if you put them all together are deal breakers.
So it's basically a part of the identity. The name is part of the identity.
Well, let's say we
it's the
take that
name,
restaurant punk
identity.
sign,
Yeah.
right? with the couches
Yeah.
or the lighting, or there's got to be it's all part of an atmosphere.
It
That's
really
a deal breaker.
is. And I think the name and the atmosphere have to go. Like, you know, for instance, we were talking about going to Charlie's for dinner. A place like Charlie's, like, okay, that name, is it eye-catching, ear-catching, whatever? No, but I know we're going to almost like a pub that has really good wings, and
It's
we can get a
comfortable.
beer because we drink
yeah.
beer once a freaking month, you know?
Right.
So like knowing, okay, I'm going to Charlie's, I expect Charlie's like food.
Yeah.
Going to a place like Rubia, you think like, well, what in the hell kind of food is going to be served there?
Well, I'm going to stop you right there on that note, because here's what I propose. Okay? We can't serve food at the bar, right?
Right.
We're going to open this bar. I just had an idea. You guys weren't here for it, but a couple episodes ago, which I thought was genius, we could serve Tang sandwiches at the bar. And you know what? I don't know how it tastes. It
What
might be
is it?
disgusting, but at least it's a conversation piece.
I need to confer with my associate to my left.
What is a Tang sandwich?
What is a Tang sandwich? From Restaurant Punk, I'm Yianni. This is Pete. That's Noelle.
Help.
Tang sandwiches. Love you guys.
Have a good night.
What's a Tang sandwich?